but for parents or the kids, anybody has anything.
Moms, I'm curious, you've had therapists at school, and you've had therapists at the hospital. How have you managed those relationships, and how's that developed or not?
I'd like to take that one, if that's okay. Sure. Well, therapists at school and here at Perlman Center have collaborated tremendously. Oftentimes, NEVA's teacher and therapist will schedule time away from school to attend Perlman sessions. Their communication is divine, and for us, it has really, it's been a wonderful collaboration, and it's been a really good experience. Just keeping that line of communication open.
Yeah, when our therapist, because we'll have like our personal therapist, our local one, and we have a therapist here, and then he has a school therapist. And usually we come here and get some, a whole bunch of information, and Max share it along with his therapist, and then they share things back, and then it just feels like there's a whole team. That's been really helpful when you feel like you're part of the team who's working together, and we've been very lucky so far that's happening.
I would just want to ask a question.
Just one second, I'm sorry, she's just going to finish up real quick.
I would say the same thing. The schools that Rayleigh attends, the therapists there and the therapists here are in constant communication because they want to make sure that what they're doing here and what they're doing at school are on the same page, that they're focusing on the same thing together for Rayleigh's treatment.
I just want to ask about your guys' augmented communication devices and how did you begin to discover that was going to be like their way of communication? And I know Rayleigh's really young, and when did you discover that was going to be her best form of communication? Because I think it's just so impressive. And I just feel like how early did you know that they were going to excel in that form of communication?
I want to say Rayleigh started using one trialing here when she first started at 3. She was using it. Rayleigh, before we started coming here, Rayleigh would look at everything and give me a cue that, hey, that's what I want. So when I communicated that to the therapist here, they were like, oh, well, we can try this. And so, yeah, she started using it very early. I want to say at 3. And she used it for a solid 2 years or so before she even got her own. So by the time that she got hers, she was a pro at it. And I mean, she can tell you everything and then some of what you don't want to hear. And it's great. Any child that is in, our children's positions and can use it, go for it. I mean, there's so many options out there as far as communication, and this is the best piece of equipment that I could have ever got for my child. We actually did not have any problems at all with her insurance coverage, and we're in Kentucky, so she has Medicaid, and they never come back and said anything to me. Now, if they did the hospital, then they, they took care of that. But no, it was a long process, but it was worth it.
And Neva also started her communication device at an early age, probably close to 3 years of age as well. Very early on, I just noticed so much expression in Neva's face. She has always been incredibly expressive. Her face tells a story, and we could watch a movie together, and I mean, her face was just right on at every moment. She just took it all in, and some movies with pretty serious plots, and everything was all there, but the words were not forming. So in time, it was recommended that this device good for Neva, and we definitely all approve of that, and she's been a rock star on it. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Vicki, and I have a daughter with cerebral palsy. She's 6 now. She's she's a hemiplegic, and overall she does really well and pretty confident. For those who are therapists and physicians, they know she's pretty bold. And but the one thing that I do know is she's shy. I've noticed there's definitely some shyness when she notices her differences. She's at that age where she's noticing that, and kids notice it too. So far, she hasn't complained and said, "Oh, this is a problem," but I know eventually it will be or can be. I don't want her to lose that confidence, but I also think it's a great teaching moment. I think for her to teach other kids or other adults about this world or who she is, and that she's more than, of course, a child with cerebral palsy. She's a kid with a lot of ideas and thoughts. But I would love to hear from anybody. How do you teach other people, other kids, other adults about this, that you do have the same dreams and the same hopes and everything, but you do go about things differently. So I'd love to hear that.
I would say my mom did a great job. I remember I had surgery and she came in the first day I cast on, and she explained to all the kids. So if I was y'all, these would get like she also got the principal to come and explain to the kids what was happening. And so they knew, so they didn't say nothing wrong with it. They just, once they know, they don't have any questions about it. So I would say, try to tell the students, especially if they're giving problems to your daughter, basically that, and just always ask to see if your kid is okay. I would say.
I just wanted to add to that. We did the same thing with Luke in first grade. I think we said something in kindergarten too, and every year at the beginning of the year I would usually go in and I talk with the kids and tell them, what he had, why his legs didn't work the way everybody else's. And in third grade too, and in third grade he said, I want to talk too. So I started, but actually, no, you did the whole thing. Yeah, he did the whole talk, and he explained what he had, why his legs didn't work like everybody else's. And he told them things that I wouldn't have thought to say, like, don't get upset if my left hand, because his left side is more affected, and his left hand will grab onto things, but he won't mean to. And he said, if I grabbed you with my left hand, I didn't mean to, so don't get mad, and stuff like that. And then the kids they went with it, and they were then raising their hands, telling us things they could do and couldn't do, and it became a whole session. But I found that to be the best, and then the kids knew it, and the teachers too, and then they weren't awkward, because he doesn't like it when they look at his equipment but won't look at him. But then they kind of started looking at him, and now it's, I would say that his team this year at school, it's this awesome team, and the teacher uses his walking to motivate the kids in the classroom, because recently he started using a cane to walk. And so they'll take a break from testing or whatever, and Luke will say, you want to walk, and he'll try to take more steps, and they all cheer for him. And then they do the same for the other kids, that maybe their goal that day was to read so many words, and then he'll be part of cheering for them. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I know we have more questions, but it's probably time to break for lunch. I'm hungry. So we'll be back at 12:45. Thank you very much, CFP.